Hello, and welcome to Lifetime on Court, the podcast where we talk about your favorite Lifetime movies. I am your host / Lifetime expert, Patrick Serrano, and my guests today are...
Kathleen Butler-Duplacis.
And I'm Joy Nash.
All right. We are all here, and normally we do recaps on this podcast, but this is an interview because Kathleen and I are just normal people out there in the world, but we have Joy Nash, who was in a Lifetime movie.
Full-on star.
Yes. Joy, what was the title of your Lifetime movie?
It was called Twisted Sister.
We start with the easy questions.
Always. I'm a softball, you know. I'm more of like a interview person who's like a softie.
It's you.
It's me. I'm definitely not like Barbara Walters over here.
Cracking the case.
Exactly. Was it called Twisted Sister when you were filming?
No, it was called The Perfect Sister. The Perfect That. So we had to pick something new.
You know, The Perfect Sister would have been a better title because in the movie, we're going to do a quick little recap. You were so likable in the movie that I was like on your side the whole time.
Aww.
Yeah, for sure.
Right?
For sure.
Twisted. And did you guys hear from the band Twisted Sister that like wanted to record like the theme song for the movie? Did that happen?
Yes.
Right. Oh, I thought so.
But our schedules just didn't
line up.
Match up. Yeah.
Fair. That's fair.
I bet Lifetime has that problem though, with just the sheer number of movies they churn out. A lot of them similar topics.
There is probably like an intern that just has like all the movies listed, probably from my blog, and they're just like, "Oh, that one's already been done." Because I do that too. When I'm like, "Did I cover this movie?"
Yeah.
Okay, so Joy, so Kathleen and I are going to talk about the movie, recap it for the listeners who might not have seen it. They should definitely go check it out, obviously, to see your performance and to see Mina Savari.
Yes.
Icons only.
Icons only, please. Let's start with like who's in the movie. So we have Mina Savari, we have Joy Nash playing Lily, the sister, and then we have the husband. I'm gonna butcher his name, Mark Famigliari. It's Italian and it starts with an F. Yeah, but we like him. The movie starts out. We have Mina Savari kind of coming in. I don't remember her character's name. She is like in a divorce thing with her husband, and you know they're like not really. Their marriage is kind of on the rocks, right, Kathleen?
Yes.
All of a sudden, they get this babysitter popping in, and she's like, "Hi, I saw an ad for a babysitter." Then on a dime, she's like, "Actually, hey guys, I was lying." I'm not here. I'm actually your sister. Here's the birth certificate.
Same scene.
Yeah, same scene.
Absolutely same scene. Yeah.
She really kind of laid all the cards out.
Yeah, we
right
cut
away.
to the chase real quick.
I loved it. I was like, oh, damn, we're going there already. Which in a Lifetime movie, that's like what happens. You know, you never know what's going to happen. And then basically, you know, she works her way into Mina Savari's life. She gets a job. She excels at like an amazing pitch. She does,
Which also was funny to me that Joy's character was like, well, I got to leave town because I'm running out of money. And they're like, well, you can just work at the company. And I was like, but what happened to the babysitting job?
True.
Why couldn't she have like taken the actual babysitting job?
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad she didn't though, because then they put her in like really sickening suits. Like your work looks were so good.
Thank you.
They were so good.
I was a little corporate prodigy.
Yeah. And then also because she got to work at they were like a PR firm. I don't know. It's Lifetime Uncorked, but I also unwrapped an edible and towards the end, some of the details are a little blurry.
No judgment.
But because they were for this like PR marketing firm and they had this other woman come in and talk about her company, like give a pitch, I was like, oh, we're passing the Bechdel test. Test. We got 4 women talking about stuff.
Business
things.
Mm-hmm. But it's not all great because the husband, the whole movie is like, something's off with this babysitter / businesswoman / sister. I don't trust her. He's like doing all this shady stuff, and he ends up making himself look very guilty. In the whole movie, I thought he was the baddie.
Yeah, I simply wrote down, I hate Kyle.
Yeah.
Also, how could we leave out that Mina Savari isn't just like, oh yeah, it's my sister, I guess I'll just go with that. Like, she's doing some detective work on her own, and every time she does, a masked person tries to hurt her.
True.
We left that whole part out. All the head traumas and
this
injuries
isn't a deep
that
dive.
she suffers.
Is a just quick little synopsis, but I mean, what we get to the twist, which is basically that, Joy, your character, I'm assuming the masked person behind everything, right?
I think so. I think I may have also had a henchman.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. There you go.
Yeah, that loose end is wrapped up there. They're like, and we have the text to get this guy from the mask, but we don't have in another scene.
Yes, but the sister is revealed to be twisted at the very, very end. I mean, like the last 5 minutes. And she's like, I wanted to have the life that you had. I grew up in an orphanage and all this type of stuff. We'll get into the more character-y stuff in a minute. But yeah, and she basically was just not necessarily jealous, but she felt like she was entitled to the same life that Mina Suvari had, which is what I think every day, that I am entitled to the life Mina Suvari has. And she doesn't die in the end. She just gets like arrested or something.
Yeah.
Or does she?
No, she gets steely glare out of the cop car.
Yeah.
A real nasty look.
Yeah.
Right. But I mean, pretty much everything's fine. She goes on and lives her life, we're assuming, to pretend to be someone else's sister, maybe.
Yeah. 0 fatalities in this movie.
Right. Yeah. Which is rare for a Lifetime movie.
Yeah.
So that's the summary of the movie. So if you haven't seen it, that's a very terrible synopsis of the movie.
That was excellent.
Thank you. We like to be succinct, we like to get it done.
Yeah.
So Joy, like, coming into the character of Lily, how did you approach that role, and like to have that twist come in so quick? Was that like in the script, or what?
It was all in the script.
Okay.
Yeah, I was, you know what, to be 100% honest, this was my very first direct offer, which means they just asked,
girl.
I didn't have to audition. And I was like, oh boy, they're like, read the script, see what you think. And I read it and I was like, it's very dramatic.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It didn't say Lifetime anywhere on any of the emails that I'd gotten. So I said yes. And then the director called me and was like, so have you done a lot of these Lifetime movies? And I was like, huh? A lot of these what? Because it's like a secret bucket list goal in my life I've been harboring forever.
Yes.
It's like, yes. So yeah, it was all in the script, and we shot really, really quickly. So it was a lot of like memorizing the stuff from the day of, and then surprise. I mean, yeah, like suddenly I have to pull a gun. Did I have the gun the whole time? Where did that come from?
Yeah.
Oh, right. And those little details do not matter to the Lifetime viewer. Like, we don't care at all.
Like I said, that edible had kicked in by the time the gun came out.
Oh, and you were like, Twisted Sister, she's here. It happened. Well, it's so funny that you say that, Lifetime wasn't on the title, because like a lot of different production companies like do these movies. So you never know. But I love that you said that it was a Lifetime goal to be on Lifetime, right?
Absolutely. Yeah.
What was your perception of Lifetime like growing up? Like, I think we're all the same age, like 25-ish. And, coming home after school, watching Lifetime, like it's a little tawdry. You're maybe not supposed to watch it.
Absolutely.
So what was your impression of Lifetime before you became a Lifetime star yourself?
Just like that. It was always really juicy. It felt like you weren't, it was a little too old for me. Like I wasn't, am I supposed to be watching this? Like kind of sexy sometimes.
Yeah.
But definitely like violent, dramatic at other times.
Did knowing it was a Lifetime movie change the way that you approached the role?
It did give me kind of a more of a freedom to be like, I don't need to justify everything. I just need to go there.
Yeah. Because that's what I was noticing too, is these Lifetime movies, they're always very well acted. Like people are great actors in them. It's just there's this like little element of camp in there that makes them like totally insane in the best way.
Oh, yeah.
But leaps that are made.
Because I think if the actors all played that camp, it would just be too much. So it's like everyone's just doing good, solid scene work while like
working our hardest.
Yeah, while this like sister may have killed a baby brother that the woman doesn't remember, like
and paralyzed our mother,
and paralyzed the mom. Like we even skipped over that in the synopsis.
Well, I knew we would get to it, and like this, you're literally playing like a character who was removed from the family by the parents who thought she was dangerous because she pushed the mother in front of a car and paralyzed her for life, and killed the baby brother because she wanted more attention. Which makes the ending make sense, right? Because all this comes out in a villain monologue in the end.
That doesn't matter. I don't care. I don't care about that. What I care about is everything else you've got. All of this. How come you got all of this when I got nothing? There were nights I had to beg people for food. I wanted to help you. Oh, really? You were gonna sign away half the house, half the business, because that's what I'm entitled to.
I'll sign whatever paperwork you want right now.
No, I don't want paperwork. I want this, all of this, and I don't want you to exist. You're nothing but a replacement for our little brother.
But during the movie, you're pretty likable and normal.
So likable.
And I thought you were too likable. I was like,
I know. And I was like, why is this woman not like re-examining everything she thinks about her parents? Because they must be monsters to have just sent a child away.
Mm-hmm.
And also, why didn't that come up second? Like, babysitting job, I'm your sister, they are monsters. Like, how?
I don't know.
Right.
I wish I could answer it. I don't know.
So, as an actor coming into the movie with a big twist, did you try to sneak little crazy moments into the movie earlier than the twist?
Sort of like little looks and things. There wasn't, I mean, there weren't like lines that I could say. Well, actually, maybe the "How well do you really know anyone" was a little bit of an Easter egg. But otherwise, it was my next Lifetime movie. I'm gonna bury clues the whole way through. God damn it.
Well, because I did a rewatch today, and I was like, damn, that Joy Nash is so likable. She like really got me with a twist, because I wanted you to be the sister who saves the Mina Suvari from her terrible husband. Like, that's where I thought this was going.
I really thought it was going to be a Frozen moment with the two of you at the end. Yeah.
But on a rewatch, there is, in the boardroom scene, you're like doing the pitch, and Mina Suvari looks terrified. Like, oh my God, what is she going to do? She's going to ruin this. But you nail it, of course. And there's like a little moment where you like touch Mina Savari's shoulder, like a little too. Like, I was like, what the fuck was that?
A little familiar.
What? And I'm like, okay. Yeah. So I'm like, Joy Nash, there she goes. She snuck that in.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. That was, I'm pretty sure I was going there, and the director was like, yeah, move her hair. Yeah.
Something about touching someone's hair is always just inherently creepy. There's no uncreepy way to touch someone's hair.
Very intimate. Yeah.
Right.
That's where our secrets are kept.
Oh, yeah. And of course, a lot of Lifetime movies like rely on the editing and the post-production. So as an actor, you don't really have a lot of control of that. So on the show, I poured up or put a cork in the movie, and I did put a cork in this movie because I enjoyed the movie, but
it's fine.
I thought that in post-production we could have like cued you as the character with some underscoring or something, just to make it a little more obvious. Yeah, exactly. But I just wanted to be honest and let you know what I did to the movie. So moving on from Lifetime, I think, Joy, because like this is your first one. Would you do another one if they offered?
I'd love to do a Christmas one. Yes! Wouldn't that be fun?
I would love to see you in a Christmas movie so bad.
Oh, that'd be dreamy.
I love Christmas movies. I love them all.
Don't worry, Joy. We know the guys at Deck the Hallmark, which is a Hallmark podcast, and we will get you in a Christmas movie for sure. For sure. The fans demand it.
I love that. I narrate audiobooks as well, and I just finished maybe 6 months ago one called A Merry Little Meet Cute, which is
Oh,
about a plus size porn star who and an aging boy bander who get cast in a Hallmark movie together.
oh my
Oh,
gosh.
And obviously
wow.
she has to hide
True
her
identity.
yes, exactly.
That
Oh.
is adorable. Oh my
That sounds like
gosh.
a Netflix movie, I
Yeah.
must
Yeah,
say.
Julie Murphy and Sarah Simone are the writers. You should look it up.
Yeah, that sounds like something I would very much be interested in. And you do audiobooks often?
I do. I've done over 100 of them now.
Wow.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Lots under my own name and lots under a pseudonym.
Sure.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's like a ghost
A ghost
a
voice.
ghost voice. Yeah.
Yeah. Only those very eagle-eared listeners are able to draw things
Yeah.
together.
I love
Right?
it.
Yeah. Someone listening to the podcast right now is like, I know this voice from
Wait
somewhere.
a minute.
Oh my gosh.
How did you
Oh, sorry.
I was just gonna say, how did you get into that? That's so random.
I've been doing it for over 10 years now. There's a website called ACX, Audiobook Creation Exchange. Basically, any book that's on Amazon can have a profile and be open for audition from actors for narrators.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so I just did a ton of that, and in the beginning, I was not very judicious about what titles I would choose.
Mm.
So I was just kind of learning how to do it as well, and yeah. But
What's the
now
wildest book you ever did?
oh gosh, the wildest.
I mean,
I don't. Well, I will say I don't. I will say that I have a third and fourth pseudonym for things I just kind of want to drop off the edge of the cliff. The things I don't even want my fake name associated.
sure.
You know.
True.
And if you told us, then the gig would be up. And also, a
Right.
plus size porn star meeting in a Hallmark movie and hiding her identity is pretty crazy.
Right.
Yeah, that's a crazy one.
I think we'll count that.
Yeah. Thank you.
I when I looked up your IMDb and saw that you had done Dietland, which is a show that is like so ahead of its time.
Yeah.
I remember I watched it. I never got all the way through it. And so I went back and started watching it again yesterday. It's so freaking good and so ahead of its time. And I feel like if it was on like today on like HBO, it would
Yeah.
have won every single award for everything. It's
Aw.
so brilliant and everyone needs to go back and watch it. It's so good.
Yeah, thank you so much for saying that. It really, we were like on set being like, I can't believe they're letting us make this.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, because
No,
a lot
no.
of the ideas in it, it's all about anti-diet culture and like feminism and all this stuff that now like it's starting to get a little more normalized of like, it's
Yeah.
but back then it was like, what?
Hmm.
You can't say that. You can't.
I was at it was screened at this film festival in Switzerland, and I got to go there, and somebody asked a question, and so it goes through like 3 translators, and
Yeah.
finally somebody's like, "Did you get in trouble for making this?" I was like, "Well, we got canceled."
Yeah.
Kind of. I mean, I'm really proud of it.
Like I think had it come out like Shrill is a great example too of a show
Mhm.
that like came out now when people are like getting the idea.
Yeah.
And it was like just as radical, if not more. The people weren't ready, but the people are ready now and it's on Hulu, okay?
It's on Hulu. Go watch it.
There you go.
Yeah, because another thing I thought was so cool about this role is that it had nothing to do with your body size whatsoever at all.
Yes.
And so it's cool to have done a show that's very much about body size, but that's like what the show is about. And it's handled in such a cool, smart way. And then to be able to do this project that has literally zero to do with
Yes.
how you look at all.
I'm so glad you brought that up.
Oh my God. It and even I got nervous too, because when you walked in for the babysitter interview, you had kind of a frumpier look. And I was like, oh, is this gonna be another like just costume designer can't function? And they're like, just put her in a pedicure flat and we'll go from there. But then it was part of your character's like glow up into corporate woman that I was like, okay, it still has nothing to do with her body size. How do you take into consideration what roles you'll audition for or take with all of that craziness of Hollywood.
Yeah, I adore my reps, and they're really amazing with the stuff that they are sending me. But that was a huge thing when I read this script. I was like, very dramatic, but I was like, it's got nothing to do about size, and this is 100% what I'm constantly saying I want to be doing, and here it is. So let's do it.
That's
Awesome.
amazing.
But yeah, it's a relief, and it's exciting to be doing a project that has nothing to do with that. That just lets me be a person, albeit an evil murderer.
But even better. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because that, like, plus size people can do all sorts of things and are all sorts of people and have different personality traits, and some are mean and some are nice, just like normal people. And so it was really refreshing for me to watch.
Oh, yay. Thank you for saying that. That really, really means a lot.
And if Joy Nash showed up and said she was your long lost sister, I mean, who wouldn't be like, all right, we're cool with that?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
For sure. You and Mina do look like sisters too, a little bit too. Like you could have, like, both your skin is all I mean, the hair and makeup team at Lifetime.
Mm-hmm.
It was
Chef's
great.
kiss.
It's my favorite hairstyle I've ever had. They did the most beautiful makeup. I loved it.
Yeah, your hair was like super, like, I could see like the ringlets, and it was nice.
Yeah.
No matter what traumas women on Lifetime are going through, they look amazing.
It is true.
Isn't that what's important?
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
I think it is.
Absolutely.
My friend keeps saying I'm entering my villain era, and
I love.
Sounds lovely.
Is your friend the mistress from RuPaul in her villain era?
Yes.
What is there any like career bucket list that you haven't checked off that you want to?
Oh, tons of things. I'd love to do a period piece.
Yes.
I'd love to play a queen.
Ooh.
A rom-com always.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I've always loved villains, though. That's always just like, I mean, it's always the most interesting character, in my opinion.
And you get that villain monologue at the end of the movie. We love it.
Was that crazy or what?
Like how did you approach that? Like villain monologues are so strange in general because you're always like trying to kill the person while you're delivering this very emotional monologue.
While you're explaining everything, like,
right.
Focus.
How do you do that and like make it like authentic to your character?
I mean, I really I tried to break it down. I don't like all your basic acting stuff. Like I tried to make each thing, like when she was sad, she was really sad, and then she got angry and really angry, just like careening between all of the emotions. I felt crazy, and I was like, we'll see if people like it.
Yeah, it was great.
We got literally one take each. It was like the end of the day. I swear to God.
Why? That's
like, okay, Joy, go. Okay, Mina. Okay, Kyle. Like, Mark is his name. Like, it was, breakneck. I was like, I guess they got what they needed. I guess they did.
That is absolutely insane.
Oh, what a scary feeling. You're like, just one? Are you sure?
Are you sure? Because I felt crazy. I guess that's the point.
I guess. I mean, in my Lifetime movie, I got a couple takes. Okay.
Maybe I should have put my foot down. Just demand a few more.
Right. Yeah. I'm a true diva where I'm like, I'm sorry. Can we just like, everyone, you're fine staying 10 more minutes, right?
Yeah. No, we're not done yet.
Right. Yeah. No, I played a sassy gay PR rep and got that off. I got an offer too, but it was from Instagram. That's
amazing.
I didn't do the whole go to LA thing. I just made a podcast and talk about Lifetime movies.
That's incredible.
Yeah, it was really fun. I just flew out for a day and just filmed a little.
Oh my God, that's so cool.
Thing. It was so cool.
What's the name of it?
Ooh, good question.
You failed your own first interview question. What is the title of the movie?
Old Flames Never Die. Old Flames Never
I'm gonna
Die.
find it.
Something like that. But yeah, I'm like literally in the beginning and I look exactly the same as I do right now.
Oh my God.
It was so fun. Yeah. So I get when you were like, a Lifetime movie is like a bucket list check thing. I'm like, I feel you. I feel you, girl. What's next for Joy and Ash? What do you have coming up?
What is next? I've got a bunch of audiobooks coming down the pipe, and I'm pinned, whatever the hell that means, for a movie that's supposed to shoot in Malta this summer with Rebel Wilson and a baboon. It's my baboon. It's like my emotional support baboon.
That sounds like I need zero more details. That sounds incredible.
Another bucket list item, right?
Yeah.
But working with an animal, I don't know.
Yeah, I'll let you know how it goes.
If you need a body double to like hold the monkey, I volunteer. I'll do it.
Wow. Okay.
Give me a red wig and we're good to go. I'll have to shave.
No, it's fine.
Oh, okay. Whatever. Kathleen, do you have any other pressing questions that you must have answered?
No, I'm just so happy I got to talk to you. And I'm just happy, like, as a plus size gal myself, I'm always like rooting for everybody.
Me too. Me too.
I'm like, yes, girl, it has nothing to do with your way.
Yes.
And then when it did in Dietland, it was like radical and cool.
Right. The way you want to be talking about it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just happy for the representation. And I just thank you.
Likewise. It's so nice meeting you.
Yeah.
Both of you. It's so nice to meet you.
Well, thanks. I mean, yeah, we love representation here on the podcast and we push for that always. Like Kathleen and I have talked about, representation many times before.
It's important. It's very, very important.
Yeah. And especially like on Lifetime too. It's like, I think when you picture a Lifetime woman, you picture the same woman in the same hair and makeup and the same. And they, in the last several years, have just really branched out in so many different ways.
It's been awesome to see.
Yeah.
And like, we talked to Amy Winter, the head of Lifetime, and, she was saying like, that is like something she's really trying to push. Like there was just kind of like a status quo. So Lifetime is really good about getting the women directors, women writers, women like, putting them in places of power where they should be. Duh.
Yeah.
Way to go. Yeah.
But Joy, it's been such a pleasure. You're awesome.
You are too. Thank you so much for having me. This was a lovely day.
Yeah. And I think that's it for today's podcast episode or interview, I guess. Let's do like a little pluggy time. Like, Joy, do you have any social medias that you'd like to plug?
Yeah, I'm the real Joy Nash on Instagram and
wonderful.
Joy Nash on Twitter, but I hardly ever use that.
Yeah, Twitter's lame. Kathleen, do you have any pluggy things?
Oh, sure. I'm Kathleen Sings Stuff on Instagram and TikTok, I believe. And I never tweet. So
no, Twitter's toxic. Okay. And you can follow me at Patrick Miguel or the show at Lifetime Uncorked. Don't forget to rate and review the podcast. And we'll be back with another episode with Deck the Hallmark. Deck the Lifetime Uncorked is what that's called. And okay. Bye.
Bye.